Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's take on Baby Driver 2017. I know I'm a little behind on this movie, but man, am I glad I watched it. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 17. 14. Not 17 yet. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. A year from now, it'll be 17. Anyhow, this movie was so good, and it had been on my list to watch for I don't know how long, and I finally got an opportunity to watch it last night. So as always, I'll do my non-spoiler review and then my spoiler review. All right, so here's the non-spoiler review. It's awesome. It's got awesome music in it. It's partly a bank robber heist movie with elements of everybody screwing each other over. It's exciting. It's fun. It's funny. Edgar Wright, who directs, has a great sense of humor about him, but it also has a great sort of love story, and that's what it really centers it. And this is funny. It's also realistic enough, and the characters are very detailed. Very detailed. I can't think of a single weakness in this movie. Plot wise, it plays out great. Every detail is used. There's very little fat. And I'll tell you something else. The guy who really surprised me in this movie, and I was surprised by him, so to speak, and his performance, let me see if I can find him now, was the lead. He's very good. But the guy who surprised me is a guy I normally don't like in any other role other than John Hamm, is John Hamm. I can't find him now, of course. John Hamm is very good in this. Where the hell is he? God, I can't find him. Can't find him. I had a still of him, and now I can't find him. John Hamm is just... He's more... There he is. There he is during the chase. Also, John Barenthal's in it. Only briefly, though. He's not really one of the main guys. There are plenty of red herrings here, and but John Hamm really surprised me in this because his character has a very interesting arc. Very interesting. God, I can't find John Hamm on this at all. Oh, there he is. I didn't even mean to do that. So yeah, it's on Netflix still. Totally worth saying. If you like movies like that one with Nicolas Cage and Laura Dern, any kind of Bonnie and Clyde type movies, man, yeah, see this film. It's got that sort of feel to it, but yet it brings something different to the table. And Edgar, God, this was good. Edgar, make more movies, man. Just make more movies. I forget what the hell he was propped up to do recently, but man, after seeing a movie like this, it just makes me excited about movies again. It really does. And it was a good date movie, I'll tell you that, because I watched this on a date, and yeah, we both enjoyed it. I think it's a good date movie. It's exciting. There's a good romance in it. It's funny. I mean, even my date was impressed by my movie selection. And I was like, oh man, I picked a good one. I mean, I knew it was good and I heard great things about it, but man, here, I'm going to vote it up right here. Yeah, let's vote that up. All right, that concludes my non-spoiler review. 10 out of 10. I got to say 10 out of 10. From the directing, the acting, I can't think of a single flaw with this movie, really. Nope, not a single flaw. All right, now time for the spoilers. Let's break it down. So the first act is Baby, the main character, is a getaway driver for Kevin Spacey's gang. And Kevin Spacey's rule is he never works with the same crew twice, and he plans robberies. Baby is always the driver. They do the robbery, they split the money 4 ways, and part of the reason is because Baby is indebted to him, Kevin Spacey. Now, this is before Kevin Spacey had his issues, but even Kevin Spacey's very good at it. He is usually pretty good, but in this, I like his character a lot. Just everybody in this has got such a great character. So in the first act, you see Baby drive for 2 different gangs. One has Jamie Foxx in it and 2 other dudes. And Jamie Foxx is very villainous in this. Very much an evil dude. Like a murderer. Because he clearly has to kill one of his own gang members when he screws up during the robbery. And then John Hamm and his girlfriend, his hot piece, are also in it. Not her, different hot piece. Because they're in the second gang. There they are there. And so they pull off one job. And then Kevin Spacey. Now, at first, Baby is paying off his debt. And he lives with his foster dad, who's a deaf guy named Joe, who's now too old, but loves... There's Flea. He was in one of the gangs. That was pretty funny. This bit was amazing. I love this bit with the Michael Myers mask. He wanted to get Halloween mask like Mike Myers from Halloween, but instead they got Mike Myers from... what's the name? Are You Horny, Baby? So here, another cool scene. I mean, there's so many great scenes like this. So, of course, Baby's tied to Kevin Spacey, and Kevin Spacey won't let him leave because he's too good of a driver and he wants to make more money. So they come up with this plan, while at the same time, Baby falls in love with the waitress at a local diner. And so the second act is Kevin Spacey pulls him back in for one last job. But Baby's going to betray him and run away with his girl. That's his plan. The plan goes awry, of course. At first, they go to pick up weapons, and they end up killing the weapons crew because Jamie Foxx recognizes them as cops. But then when they go back to Kevin Spacey's like, yeah, they were my cops. And you shouldn't have killed them. And now you've got everybody in the city after you. And it takes place in Atlanta, by the way. So now Baby is sort of trapped in this last heist deal, which they still push and they agree to do. But the plan was for Baby to slip out in the middle of the night and run away with his girl because he has a bit of money. Instead, they catch him, and now everybody's after Baby. But the great twist in the third act is you think it's going to be Jamie Foxx who's going to end up confronting Baby and killing him or trying to kill him. They do pull off the robbery, right? Like they force Baby to do the final robbery. But along the way, Baby is like, he doesn't want to hurt anybody, so he's being a nice guy. He warns the woman during the robbery to go away. He steals a car from a woman but gives her a purse. And, he does all these nice things. But during the robbery, it all goes awry because he does that. And in the process, of course, Jamie Foxx gets killed. But, they kind of keep it open enough that you think, oh, maybe Jamie Foxx is going to reappear. But he doesn't. He's dead. And then John Hamm's side piece gets killed. Now, initially in the gang, which I find very interesting, John Hamm liked Baby. Even after he looked like he was abandoning them, John Hamm kind of defended him. But when his girlfriend dies, he has to get his revenge on Baby because he blames Baby for the mess. And he does that in a great way in the final act, where he takes away his love of music. And it all ties back into music. And then he's going to kill the waitress, and then, of course, he gets killed. So all that's great. And then Kevin Spacey kind of redeeming himself at the end is very interesting. He was a very interesting character. He brings his nephew on casing the post office. But I love the turnaround on Kevin Spacey's character, and he just it just has that one line, and he says, "I was in love once," and you know right then he's gonna help him. He's gonna help him, and you knew right then he was probably dead too, because why not? You know, actors love dying in movies. They love it. They love it, especially a guy like Kevin Spacey. Gives him an opportunity to go out like a badass. A few actors don't like to die in movies at all. Most of those guys are action guys, but in a movie like this, it's perfectly fine. Like, everybody's dead in this movie except the two main characters. And then another very interesting thing is the way they realistically end the chase with Baby and the waitress. Like, they get away at first, but eventually they get caught, and Baby just surrenders because he realizes he doesn't want, he doesn't want his waitress that he loves to be on the road the rest of his life, be on the road and a fugitive. So he surrenders himself, but because he's been so nice throughout the movie, during the trial, everybody testifies on his behalf, including Joe, which was a funny scene where he leaves him at the nursing home with a pile of money. And so they give him a lighter sentence. And then he gets out in 5 years. And then his dream of going away with his girl is realized. And they get into the car and they live happily ever after. And man, what a satisfying ending that is. I love endings like that. And it works. It worked to me because they showed you the consequences of his actions. Yes, he got a lighter sentence, but that happens all the time. Like, that happens literally all the time. And in this case, Edgar actually shows you the evidence. He shows you why these things happen. And every step of the way, he's showing you why things happen. And he shows you. He doesn't tell you. He shows you. It's so good. So good. I love the direction. Love the music. Oh, music just carries me through it. I love the look of the piece. I mean, even this opening credit sequence here, watch this. It's all records. This is all records because it's all about music. Yeah, see, here's the credits on the records. It's cool. It's the coolest thing ever. He doesn't want to do it. He's injured because he's got a whole weird thing with his ears and stuff, and he's basically autistic, I guess you'd say. The stunts are great. Oh man, that's exciting. I don't know who this kid is, but he's good. He's good. Everybody had a great look, and the look of the music. It was always the music that keeps coming back. The theme of the music. Man, a lot of fun. A lot of fun this movie was. And I remember seeing the trailer saying, I gotta see this thing. And for whatever reason, it just ended up on my list and never got there. So yeah. So you got Jamie Foxx. You got John Hamm. This cute chick. I forget her name. Kevin Spacey. John Barenthal. Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And that's about it in terms of the names I know off the top of my head. But good stuff. Good stuff. Edgar Wright, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Baby Driver, 2017, there's the hot chick, on Netflix now. See it before it goes away, would be my advice. If you haven't seen this movie, I'm telling you, perfect date movie. At least it was for me. I think it'll do well for you. And that's it for me, Tony D. Little Joan. Check us out on the other platforms. Thanks to all who tuned in to the surprise live stream for the debate. That went on a lot longer than I thought. Next up tomorrow, I'll be in Pittman at Crossroad Comics and Collectibles from 4 to 7. This is the fourth Friday. The town has a whole thing. So it's a great night to come out, hit a restaurant, hit the brewery, come on over to Crossroad Comics and get yourself a copy of the Pineys. Also, don't forget, Sunday I'll be at Cowtown Showdown, Motorcycle, Car, and Truck Show and Swap Meet, Sunday, June 30th. And that is at the Salem County Fairgrounds on Route 40 in Woodstown. Hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.